You know, guys, I completely get it. You need to know what the price of your favorite coin is going to go to in this bull run so you become a liquid millionaire in cryptocurrency. Quit your job and travel the world. So in this video, brothers, I'm going to go over, most of my positions and what I think the price targets can be. I'm going to chuck in some extra ones as well. But yeah, this is a bit of fun, but I wanted to keep myself accountable in this video and come up with a realistic, in quotations, and I can only say that leastly because obviously, as we know, crypto price predictions are a little bit fun, but sometimes we can get a little bit ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to try and be realistic, but still have, bear case scenarios, bull case scenarios, and medium case scenarios. So we can somewhere be in the middle. Now, before we start, I also want to give you this as some 4 bullet points that are going to kind of give us those accurate price predictions as much as possible. So I'm going to be playing with, number one, I do believe the top 10 coins will be above $100 million market cap minimum. Of course, some of these already passed it, but that's what I'm basing this off as well. And I do believe the altcoin market hits about $8 to $10 trillion in market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'll talk about that in a second. I know that can sound crazy, but that is my bull case scenario. So remember, I'm going to have 3 scenarios. Number 2, alts on juicy run combined with Trump being in office, plus the businesses buying Bitcoin heavily, as we know, MicroStrategy, etc. BlackRock combined with their ETF inflows. And again, that's how I'm getting to that $8 trillion market cap. So that's very important data that we'll talk about as we go through each individual coins. And number 3 is understanding the old coins on this list plus the last bull run combined with new hot coins. That will get a lot of eyeballs. And the 4th one, which I think is the most important, I've been talking about for like the last year, and I wish I had this in the last bull run, it would have saved me so much money, is the USD dominance, okay? And what my targets are for this, and I'll show you that in a second, is 2.58% for USDT, which is pretty much the dollar value, and Bitcoin dominance is 40%. Now remember, this doesn't mean that Bitcoin's price goes down. It just shows us that in a bull run, the altcoin money will flow from Bitcoin to alts, okay? And what that means is we make a fuck ton more money. So my USD dominance, again, I called this here my GG indicator. I've scribbled on this like fuck, so hopefully you guys can bear with me. But as we see, when we cross the red, this is my bottom target here, 2.5%. And Bitcoin dominance, same kind of thing. This is where we're kind of heading. Of course, Bitcoin is holding strong right now, but I do believe, just like in the last bull run, that's where we kind of hit these levels of about the 35 to 40%. So when BTC dominance goes here, again, where do you think the money rotates to? It doesn't go out of the market, it funnels down. Okay, so remember, this doesn't mean, before we get into any price predictions, this does not mean Bitcoin's price goes down. It just means because it's higher market cap, it takes way more money for Bitcoin to move, and then people start to take profits, etc. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to look at my portfolio. Here's my portfolio right now, $1.1 million. I've never seen my portfolio be up $13 in a day when you get to this bank balance. That's because everything is pretty much exactly stable today on that 1 hour. Everything's like less than 1%. So I've never seen that. But if I refresh this, it's probably going to be somewhat slightly different. There you go, 7 grand. So it just shows you once you build up a big balance. And again, this isn't to demotivate you. I wish I had this from somebody in the previous bull run. Somebody's shown their live portfolio. Nobody does this in the space, but I do this, number 1, to piss you off, to get you motivated, to make you more money. And number 2, for the guys out there that want to show you what's possible in cryptocurrency. You can see my all-time profit here is up $834,000. And again, that's not the biggest X. It's only a 2.5X or whatever, right? So my cost base is with 345 grand, and I've not really seen my altcoins fly. And this isn't my full portfolio as well. This is just most of my spot positions that I want to go over in this video, plus some Brucey bonuses. So number 1 on this list, obviously Bitcoin. My profit and loss is $368,000, which is nice for me. My average price was $23,000. Now, before I get into talking about Bitcoin, I don't recommend newbies to buy heavy into Bitcoin, just because what a lot of people do is, and this sounds stupid, but this is what happens with newbies. They'll think Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million this bull run, and they'll go, okay, well, Bitcoin's got a 10x left. I promise you, Bitcoin is not going to $1 million this bull run. I'm going to show you my price targets in a second, but I do not want you guys to be holding the bag, because I'll tell you right here, right now, I lost everything in the last bull run because I thought Ethereum was going to $10,000, HBAR was going to $1 or $2, and Bitcoin was going to 100K. We got halfway there on most of those predictions, but I didn't hit them. I read it all the way back down, and here we are today. So again, whatever my price targets are in these coins, I want you guys to take them with a grain of salt, and I really want you guys to take profits this bull run, okay? Because it's nice and sexy saying I'm going to get a 10, 20, 30x, but I promise you, as we've always said in these videos, go to the 4 figures to 5 figures. If you're a 5-figure investor, get to that 6 figures. Add a 0 to your net worth this bull run, because we can come again and do it all over, right? Just understand that. So Bitcoin, as we know, It's broke the all-time highs by massive. Since Donald Trump won the election, it's stabilizing now above 104k, which is nice. So the 100k level was obviously the big one, and we've shown now that we can stay above 100k, right? We all know that. We broke the previous all-time high way before we were expecting it. As we know, the supply and demand is getting very, very low here, so there's really only 1.1 million Bitcoin left. The max supply is obviously 21 million, which is very important when you're doing market caps. But what I like about Bitcoin is, I don't like this, but this is just the reality of crypto. A lot of people have lost their Bitcoin, right? People lose their Bitcoin all the time. People leave it on hardware wallets. So this 21 million actual Bitcoin is probably way less than what you think, right? So if you look at Bitcoin right now, we're at 104k, but as we start to bring this in, and I use the GG indicator here, obviously we've had previous cycles, 2017 rip, 2021 rip, and here's where I'm kind of at, okay? Now this could change, but what I will say about Bitcoin is, on my GG indicator on the weekly, we have been in a constant bull trend. Anybody that says Bitcoin is not bullish right now, or has been bullish, since we crossed $20,000, that's a 5x. Again, the problem is Bitcoin's not going to give you a 5x this bull run. I hate to be the killer of this bull run, but I promise you, if I'm giving you unrealistic price predictions like 500k Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin, that will ultimately wreck your first bull run, okay? And I don't want anybody to be scared of cryptocurrency. Now, I've always believed Bitcoin will hit 125k. So that's where I'm kind of at, and we're very, very close to that. So that's my kind of rotation-based case, right? Okay, worst case scenario. Of course, worst case scenario could be 105k. And we go down to fucking 20k and the bear market starts tomorrow. But that's I'm playing this bull run for September, December, and peak run. So my bear case has always been 125k, but I realistically think we'll hit 145k, and that's my kind of medium levels. But if everything goes to plan, and what I'm seeing in the news with BlackRock buying more Bitcoin with the ETFs, Donald Trump, you know, I've got this big supply with Bitcoin, they don't plan to sell it, etc. I'm seeing a lot of price predictions get raised. Now, my super cycle, everything goes to plan, was going to be 175k Bitcoin. But as I do these videos, guys, and as I study the market, I mean, it's hard for me being in the market now for almost 5 years just to kind of stay grounded. But the more news I'm seeing is, just had to raise it to 200k. Remember, this doesn't mean I'm Jake Gordon saying Bitcoin's going to 200k. What you want to do on all these fucking coins that I give you is you want to have your 20% strategies layering out. Okay, maybe you leave a 10% chunk for 200k. Maybe you leave a 5% chunk and you leave it for 250k, and then it doesn't go there, and then you catch it on the way back down, you maybe sell back at the medium case. Again, with all these price predictions, brothers, we need to understand that if you want a Bitcoin price of 145k, that doesn't mean we sell at 145k 100%. We really should have layering out strategies. So that is my Bitcoin price prediction in 2025. Let me know your comments below. What do you think Bitcoin's going to get to? I would love to know it. My second coin is my actually top altcoin right now, and this was a coin, you probably heard me bash on about this for 4 years now. I got wrecked in HBAR in 2021 and 2022, I guess you could say. I bought my last DC at 14 cents. My average now is 6 cents because I've DCA'd heavily. Where did I DCA, you might be asking? All the way here. I took initiative, I had good income, and I just went fucking crazy because I believed in it. And guess what? It paid off. But it didn't pay off for so long, because if I look at the all-time chart here, I had to just stomach this. Everybody telling me I was stupid. Now, yes, there was better gains. Casper gave you better gains. Meme coins gave you better gains. But this is a coin I've always believed in for so long. The only problem HBAR didn't have was their marketing was trash. And another problem they had was their sideways action was due to this. They had a lot of coins being dumped on the market, you know, investors, early project developers were taking profits, and that's absolutely fine. But now we're only about, give or take, close to 10 billion of the coins being out in max circulation, right? So there's only ever going to be 50 billion, so I like that, right? What I didn't like when this, you know, supply was like at 20 billion, 25 million, and then more coins were being dumped in the market. That is what ultimately was a stupid thing for me, because I didn't look at the token releases. So it's very understand that you understand the max supply, because supply and demand is a big thing, okay, when you're looking at coins. But again, my personal goal in this, it will be a legendary trade, is to do $1 million. So I really am looking for me, give or take, another, you know, 4x would be nice. And I do think we can hit that. But there's my profit and loss in this one. It has become my second biggest bag. And it was pretty much my lowest performing bag for so long. But at 10x from pretty much nowhere at the lows of 3 cents. So my average entries got lowered, and I caught pretty much a 3.5x of this. Again, a 3.5x is nothing, but when you're coming in with size, okay, that's the difference, okay? So I wouldn't recommend a 3.5x if you're looking at a meme coin, etc., right? That's not worth it. You might as well just buy Ethereum. But if you're coming with size, you want to fill up your blue chips first. A blue chip for me is really above $1 to $5 billion market cap. HBAR right now, at the current time we're recording, I believe, is 12 billion market cap. So there we are. Here's my levels. GG indicator called this perfectly. On the flip, I had to buy this through the absolute. I wasn't really looking at GG. I was just buying the red and just hoping and praying. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So my bear case scenario is the previous all-time high. I think we'll hit the previous all-time high with ease. Now, if you were to ask me a couple months ago, I'd be like, oh, maybe, because the price wasn't moving. I was honestly very fucking scared. But now, I'm sitting pretty. Should I take some profits? Yes, but I think we're so early in this bull run still that I'm kind of maybe shooting myself in the foot, but I do believe, and you'll probably agree, that we still have a lot to run, right? That's what I believe. If you don't believe that, you wouldn't be watching a crypto video right now. You'd be selling all your cash and you'd be doing something else. My medium case, and this is still a good risk/reward, at least for me, and the problem is right now, if you're looking at 80 cents, you might be getting pissed off with that because that's not even a 3x. Yeah, but again, for my levels, that's fine for me. Now, I'm not saying HBAR can't go higher, but my bull case is $1.20 to $1.25. I still think this is completely possible just with that supply and demand. And again, these guys have the biggest companies, Google, Bowen, in their project. They're secure, they're scalable, they've got a lot of hype. But again, I just have to be realistic because again, this is a realistic, in brackets, price prediction video. So I don't want to promise you $4, $10. Okay, I really don't want to promise you. Can we get that? No, we're not going to get $10. Can we get to $4? Yes, maybe. But that would be me doing a disservice to this audience. Again, take your profits out, leave a moon bag. Again, $1.20, $1.25, I'll leave a little moon bag, and that's how I'm going to exit this, or at least hope to exit this $1 million. Because we know how strong, or at least how I know, HBAR is. And if you've been in this coin for a while, yeah, HBAR is there. My third biggest bag is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has been lagging. Ethereum is not doing much. I've got a lot of Ethereum in here. It's up 149k, 2.5x. I do believe Ethereum is lagging massively, and here's why I still have a massive bag, at least for me, in Ethereum. Ethereum has lagged behind Bitcoin, and especially most of our altcoins. But I think that's about to change. Over the next 6 months, I believe ETH still dominates for this market cap. Again, take that loosely. Ethereum's not going to give you a 10, 20, 30x. For me, again, if you're looking at Ethereum, you need to come in with size, in my opinion, if you want to make a bunch of money. If you just want a 2, 3x, okay, doesn't really matter. Now, what I can say is these 5, 6 bullet points, the Fed liquidity boost, upcoming Fed moves could fuel Ethereum's rise, the seasonal trend. ETH typically outperforms Bitcoin from January to June, so that we're going to see how that plays out, looking at the last bull runs. The Trump effect, his NFT projects may favor Ethereum. Real-world adoption, institutionalized tokenized assets on Ethereum. ETF demand, ETH ETFs saw 6 billion in inflows, outpacing Bitcoin. If, and this is a big if Bitcoin hits that 200k price target that's set, Ethereum could reach $14,000 is my bull case by 2025. Now, my bear case is $8,000. Again, it's not sexy, is it? It's not even a 3x, it's kind of like HBAR. But again, you have to understand that Ethereum's market cap, man, is fucking huge. 400 billion. Now, I do think Ethereum hits $1 trillion market cap this bull run. I think it got there in the last bull run, or it got very close. I can't remember. My second kind of level, and this is a big level, is that $10,000 juicy mark. If this happens, people will begin to rotate to altcoins and small cap projects, right? Very, very important this, because that $10,000 is such a strong number that people are going to see that and just immediately sell. Now, can it happen? Sure, but I do think we still get there. Now, if Bitcoin hits that 180k to 200k, like I said before, with all the other things that I just gave you on that memo notepad, 14k is where I'm looking at, but I would not hold for this. I would not plan to sell the house on this. The risk/reward isn't worth it. I would say take your profits at 8, take your profits at 9, 10, 11, 12, and then maybe leave it 14k. Can it go higher than 14k? Absolutely, but again, that is what got a lot of us wrecked in the last bull run. Just understand that. My next one is kind of a controversial one. It's QNT, Quant. Many of my subscribers back in the day sold out of this coin, and I sold a little bit as well to rotate to other coins. And I've still got a little bit of bag in QNT just in case, because as we know, the supply on this is less than Bitcoin. That was my first kind of lesson with understanding supply and demand. My second lesson was understanding what this coin does. Now this coin, here we go, it actually generates cash. Okay, they actually have a real business, which is very hard in cryptocurrency. Nobody really has a real business. And the market cap, if we're being honest, 1.37 billion is disgustingly low. I can pull up so many meme coins that are higher than this, and it just fucking, it makes me angry, but you know, that is the game of cryptocurrency. So I do believe this is a sleeper, but I'm not telling you to buy this coin because again, there's been many performers. I don't want to say this is risky, but again, I don't see this coin really not just doing much lower than this. Now, okay, there's always a chance that it goes to fucking zero. It just goes to $50 and fizzles away and you don't make any money. But for me, When I was buying this, let's look at my average price, it's $87. Again, I don't have nearly enough as I would like. I'm up about $9,000 now with a recent pump. But again, this has been a sleeper. It has underperformed. And it's just kind of annoying, but that's the game. So QNT price predictions, bear case, previous all-time high. I mean, don't take this with a grain of salt. This is a really difficult one to judge just because it hasn't moved. What I can tell you though is pretty much when Donald Trump won the election, it did pump and we got back to the green on the GG indicator. My medium case, good risk/reward for these levels. This is a little bit of a better risk/reward than HBAR Ethereum. My bear case scenarios is about 7x. All we need for this to happen is just QNT to start marketing, because this will still be less than a $10 billion market cap for such a solid project like this. It was very hyped in the last bull run. People loved it, but it kind of fizzled away. My bull case, this is going to be super hard to tell, just take this with a grain of salt or a pinch of salt. I'd rather rotate at the $500 to $7 levels, but I do think the $1,000 is possible this bull run. Can it go much higher? No, so I wouldn't hold it for anything past that, but that's just where I'll put QNT. My initial targets when I was investing this back in 21, 22 and 23 would be a lot higher, but I've had to take some punches on the chin with this one. It hasn't performed, and that's just cryptocurrency. This is why you build a diversified portfolio. Some coins perform well, some coins don't perform well. Some coins surprise you, like HBAR from nowhere, XRP from nowhere, ADA from nowhere recently, and they start pumping crazy. And then some coins just take a little bit lower, and some coins don't do anything. That's just relative crypto investing. This is why you should never be married to one coin, because that will ultimately get you wrecked. Speaking of a coin that's not done anything until recently, Gala Games. Average price, and this is just less than 2 cents, up about $12,000. I've got 1 million Gala coins. I would love to tell you I have the same strategy here with HBAR and doing $1 million trade, but do I think that's possible in this bull run? Nope. We almost got there in the last bull run, 80 or so cents. So Gala's a difficult one for me. The good news is I'm still in profits in Gala Games. It had a strong last bull run, okay? And gaming is so undervalued in this cryptocurrency market, and I do think gaming will still pump. The bad news is the project is a fucking mess. The guys are suing each other. In 2021, it was all hype, everybody was friends. Another thing I can say about Gala Games is the actual projects, the actual games, they've flip-flopped so many times. E.g., they were interested in building games, and then they swapped to music, and then they swapped to the film industry. They can't make up their mind. What I would say, and most projects do well, they focus on one thing, and we'll talk about that with another project later down this video. The guys that focus on one thing perform. The guys that flip-flop and trying to build so many things, they just don't perform. And then they sued each other. It was a big disaster. So Gala Games, yeah, fantastic run the last bull run. Hasn't really done much. If you start to zoom in though, what I can say is the buying support levels has been around here. It's respected, the kind of levels of 1.2 cents. And again, since Donald Trump won, had a nice pump. My decent bear case, I would love to make my decent bear case at the previous all-time high, but I just can't do that. Again, that would do you a disservice. My medium case is 50 cents. Being that solid member will be hard to break, again, this 50 cents level. But I am still bullish on gaming. Gala holders just need the team to sort their drama. My previous all-time high would have to be the bull case. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to $1. And it's difficult for me to give you anything past this, just be honest, because it hasn't been performing. Now, if Gala Games takes off tomorrow like HBAR, I would like to raise these, but as of the time of recording, that's where I'm kind of sitting at. The good news is it's still got good risk/rewards with these kind of worst case scenarios. Again, worst case scenario is this doesn't do anything, but in a bull market, most coins do a lot of damage. XRP is my other bag, which is surprising. So XRP was actually in a loss for ages. You know what's funny about XRP for me? Guess this. Guess how long I've had XRP? December 2021. My entry was $1. So it's took me 3, 4, 5 years, I don't even know the math, 4 years, whatever, or three and a bit years, to finally be in profits with this one. And it was a stable coin at 50 cents for so long, and people were joking about it. But I'm finally up $10,000 with the recent 6x pump. Now, I mainly bought this as a just-in-case buy, because I see a lot of people on the internet talk about XRP, $100, $1,000. I don't believe that. But my initial thing was, okay, I just want 5,000 XRP, and maybe I can turn it into 100K. That was my initial goal, but obviously I understood market caps now a little bit better. Again, what's nice about XRP, it has broke the previous all-time high on the 2017. The 2021 run was a disaster, but obviously, as we know, they got sued. But here's what I will say right now. Again, the risk/reward, I don't know if it makes sense, but you never know how far this coin can go. This coin will surprise you. Again, the market cap on this one is so big. Is it going to $1 trillion this cycle? I don't know, maybe let me know in the comments below. But I do believe we see a $5 this bull run. I do believe we would have seen a $5 in 2021, but obviously they got sued, so that's unfortunate. But here's what I tell you about XRP. The XRP armies are fucking strong, and most coins that would have got sued in 2021, they would have gave up in the projects. But they get the founders, the team, they kept holding on, they kept building. And now they're back, smashing the previous all-time high in 2017. So there you go, you can't argue with them. I expect huge sell pressure though at $5, just because the guys in 2017 probably want to realize some profits if they haven't already. My kind of medium case is similar to the $5. If we get that $10, sell pressure is going to be massive at $10. And $20 plus, you know, anything in between that 10 to 20, you never fucking know. It's hard to really price it after this, just because the coin has been around for a while, which is good, but you never know. There's so many XRP holders, and they say they're going to hold this to $100, $200, but, you know, once their bags get in the 6 figures or 7 figures, yeah, you got to spend the money in the real world. That's all I'll say. It's money on the screen till it's money on the screen. Now, Brett is another coin I have. Now, this isn't my full Brett. Most of my Brett is on a liquidity pool, but I do have a spot position on Brett of about 173k, and that is, Brett's took a big dump recently. This was up a lot more. That's why I have it in a liquidity pool, so it's doing well. But this position's pretty much break even, up $1,000. But here's what I will say about Brett, or here's what I will say about memes, should I say. I do not like to price target meme coins, okay? But here's what I can tell you. Brett is the #1 base coin, okay? And I do believe this is going to get listed on Coinbase soon, maybe Q2, Q3. And when that happens, we see what happened to Toshi. Toshi pretty much 6x from nowhere because it got listed in Coinbase. Very good. So this is why I'm bullish on Brett. Like I said, it's #1 meme coin in base. I think it's going to stay the #1 meme coin in base. Coinbase will list this eventually. The marketing will ramp back up. They're very good at marketing. The Jeffries will buy this in peak run of 2025. They're going to see Dogecoin, they're going to see Shiba, but they're probably going to see, you know, Brett there, and they're going to buy this because it's cheaper and less market cap. Okay, they're going to lose all their money, but, you know, fortunately we're going to be selling to them, or unfortunately for them. But this is still a speculative gamble. This is a meme coin, okay? And the reason why I bought this coin was because it's #1 coin on base chain. Coinbase will list it eventually, is what I believe. But I just got so pissed off at people making all this money on meme coins. I ignored meme coins for so long, but I couldn't take it anymore. And Brett has made me money, especially on that liquidity pool. It's done very, very well. So Brett right now, back below $1 billion market cap, okay? It's struggling, but most meme coins right now are struggling, but they will come back. I can promise you that. Here's what I'll say. Decent bear case for me, where I'll take initial profits out, 0.45. 85 cents, where I'll be super happy, and this will probably net me with my liquidity pool about 500k in profits. I'm going to be very fucking happy with that. Dodge and Pepe and Sheeb will be stupid high market caps at this peak. You know, above, you know, Dogecoins will be above stupid high market cap, above 100 billion for sure. Last time I checked, it's like 40 to 50 to highs of 60 when meme coins were hot. So, you know, a lot of these meme coins are going to be above, you know, 60, 70, 80, $100 billion market cap. And I do believe money will start to flow to Brett, so I think that's very possible. And anything really above the $1 to $2, here's what I'll do for you guys. #1, I'll get a tattoo of Brett on my arse, and I'll shave my head, okay? Because I'll be a liquid millionaire in Brett. Depends where I take profits, of course, but if I still have a little bit left, yeah, I would love to do $1 million trade on Brett. And those are the 2 conditions I'll give you. So someday remember me by 2025 to do this, and I'll do it. I don't give an F. Next one's Solana. Now, you know what's funny about me, Solana? I was buying Solana at $12. You know what the problem was? I was such a pussy because I still thought Solana was going to die with the FTX crash. So if I just put a bag in Solana, I would have turned that into $1 million very easy. But I put pretty much nothing in Solana. So my Solana is up $13,000. And I pretty much put nothing in Solana because my entry was $12. But that's just me. I didn't have conviction, but I wanted to take a little bit of a nibble. So what I can tell you on Solana is the market cap is very high. Okay, so the gains in this one, not going to be great, but I still think this is a blue chip, the risk/reward. What I can also tell you is my GG indicator on the weekly, it has been running lovely, just like Bitcoin. Okay, so that's good. And I think Solana will still surprise us with gains. #1, smash the previous 2021 highs. #2, big players will continue to buy. And #3, it's confirmed that it isn't going to zero. $600 seems crazy, but this is my bear case. I think it's going to easily do that. $1,000, medium case, possibly doing this. Big sell time being the whole number, but I still think we get there. My bullish case, below off top case is 1.2 to 1.5. Very risky to hold it to this one, but you know, that's if Bitcoin flies, Ethereum starts picking up, Solana will get a ton of this rotation money, and that's what I think Solana will do. Now, what I will give you is I'll give you a spin-off to Solana. I've been talking about this coin quite a lot. Tars AI. Now Tars, this is my hedge against Solana, meaning it's got less market cap, or way less market cap, but it's obviously not going to be as reliable because it is a tiny market cap, but it is doing very, very well. I bought this because I wanted a little nibble because I got so pissed off with Solana, only buying a tiny amount at $12. And this also has an AI agent built into it. Again, backed by Solana. They have the only official grant by Solana. So, you know, there you go. And yeah, that itself, I think this is going to send this market cap to not even that high, and you can still make an F ton of money if it goes well. It could obviously not go well. So here's my Tars entry. It's down a little bit right now, but I'm still up $7,000. My average is about 11 cents, and I have about $13,000 in Tars. This was about, you know, 15K in profit, but again, most of the altcoins are taking a little bit of a dump right now. But here's what I can tell about Tars. Again, confirmed this on a weekly. This is where I bought it. Again, if you want the GG indicator, you can book a call with us in the private community. Again, not here to sell you, but if you want this, it's, you know, paying off tenfold. You can see most of these coins I give you, it's calling pretty much everything, and I like to use it on the weekly because I'm more of a long-term player. You can use this on the daily, you can use it on the hourly if you're a day trader, but I'm way too busy making these YouTube videos for you to be trading all day. But, you know, guys do use it and it works very, very well. My base case for Tars AI is $1.50, simply because this will be the $1 billion market cap, which again is so small when you compare this not only to Solana, but to some of these meme coins, okay? Especially this coin being backed by Solana. They have a grant by Solana, and they're also in that hot AI agent, which is getting a lot of traction right now. $2.50 is my medium case, and even at my bull case, target of $5, this is going to be very frothy at this point, it still seems crazy low. The market cap is still going to be very low. And again, this is backed by Solana and AI agents, and I think this will really start to get a lot of retail FOMO. My next coin is SUI. SUI is probably one of my favorite altcoins for a number of reasons. Number one, DeFi on this is very juicy. Number two, it's fast and scalable. It's got a low market cap still compared to Solana. It's not had a 2021 bull run, so we really don't know how far this could go. They're obviously developing now in the gaming space. They've got like a PSP kind of console that they're coming out with. And there's so much more on SUI. Now, I used to have a little bit more SUI. I had it in a liquidity pool, but I was taking profits to that because I compared it against USDC. But I still have a little bit of SUI, almost 2,000. I'm up about $6,000 since entry. And SUI, I think, will surprise you in this bull run. Again, it's already surprising. It went from like 70 cents all the way up to $5. It's taking a little bit of dip right now, but it's coming back. SUI on the GG indicator, again, called this lovely at about the $1.85 mark. My super bearish case, and again, it's not much gains. Again, if you're buying this at 70 cents, when we were, that would be a 7x. But right now, that's not even a 2x. But I have to be realistic. SUI's pumped so hard. But, you know, just take my bearish case with a grain of salt. $7.50, just for some safety. Medium case $10. I think we should be easy there. But again, it's this whole number of $10 that I think is very hard to get past. Okay, just looking at previous all-time highs. So you just have to be careful. My bull case is $15 to $16. Again, it doesn't sound sexy in terms of returns because that's only a 4x. But again, this is a blue chip. This is going to guarantee you 99%. Of course, there's always a 1% ran, but you know, just put this in a DeFi pool in Turbo Finance, and that's how you can print SUI for free. So that's what I would do if you're not doing this right now, because guess what? You already hold SUI for a reason. You can literally put it in a USDC and SUI pool, and you can make more SUI every single day as you're watching this video. Render. Render is one of the top AI coins at the current time of recording. I think it's 3 or 4 in terms of market cap. And I believe at the peak run, this will be number 1. So that's what I think is going to happen. Again, everything else will do well, but I do think Render will take the top spot. And Render right now, my portfolio is up $1,000. So, you know, not much. I don't have nearly enough Renders I would like, but, you know, that is, you can only accumulate what you can. Even I have a cash flow issue sometimes, but, you know, it is what it is. I bought this more at the flip on the $6 in the weekly, $25 bear case, just for good profit taking. I think this is going to easily do this. Remember, if you've aped into any time in the last month, roll over profits. So I don't really talk about that too much as I would like, because it can blow over people's heads. But if Render gets to $25 or any of these price predictions and you want to take profits, you can rotate that money to your bank account, bank some profits, but you can now rotate it to other AI coins that maybe haven't moved, and you go from there. Now, $50 is what I can comfortably see Render doing, okay? So this is still a 9.5x from today on a blue chip coin. There's not many blue chips that can guarantee you, again, with 99% certainty, can do that. And again, this is just because, you know, Nvidia in the stock market has went super, super well, and I think this money will rotate to other coins in this sector. My $75 plus, and I put plus here for a reason. I think it can go past 100, but again, I'm just trying to be realistic. Again, this is a realistic price target. I think it can easily destroy $75, but again, that is, you know, a nice above a 10x on a coin that is $3 billion market cap. And again, you don't really see that in terms of safety, but I do think Render is here to stay. Now, my next coin is Verasity. Now, Verasity is one of the biggest potential and undervalued coins in this list, but it is highly risky. Why is it highly risky? Well, it's got $33 million market cap, but here's why I like Verasity and here's why I decided to buy Verasity. They have no competitors on what they do, but the only problem is it's just not as sexy, because what these guys do is they stop advertisers from click fraud. And you might be like, Jake, what are you talking about? So pretty much their main product is guys that run Google ads, guys that run like other ads on the internet, big businesses, etc. There's a lot of click frauds, right? So people click ads, etc. And Verasity can save all these businesses a lot of money. But again, unfortunately, retail, they're not really interested in this right now, but I do think Verasity will kick off. And once it does happen, you've seen what it did in 2021, right? Very, very good in the last term. It got to market caps, give or take, of 373 million in market cap. And again, right now that's a 10x off, but I do think this destroys its previous run. Now, my Verasity is in a pool against Ethereum, so it's printing nicely. My position is actually down $800, but you know, it's pretty much nothing in terms of other returns. But again, I want to just say something here. Verasity is a risky play. And the reason I bought this is because my other positions have been printing so well, and Verasity was just on a low. I had to buy it. So 0.02, bear case if this runs. Now I say if because this coin could honestly fizzle away to zero, but again, this is a risk/reward. You build a diversified portfolio and you go from there. My medium case is 0.07. If momentum starts to pick up and this project starts to get a lot of advertisers going well and they start to bring on people and then people start making YouTube videos on it, e.g. like this one, I'm not trying to pump my own bags, but just, you know, putting it on this list for a reason. I do believe the likes of Alex Becker was talking about in 2021, I do believe he will start talking about it again. If they can get their Twitter account blown up, that's where you could get these levels. Now, this one is the only one I can't give you a bull case on it. And that's simply because the bull case scenario, I just simply don't know. I'll be the first one to tell you this. I do not know where this one could go. It could go super high, and again, it could obviously go to zero. It could do pretty much nothing. The market cap is so low in this sector. Remember, this is a $33 million market cap. You compare that to any meme coin right now that does absolutely nothing, that's the difference. It could simply do nothing, or it could be that 50 to 100x sleeper. This one is simply a lottery bet. Now again, you should have lottery bets if you filled up your main bags, and that's what makes cryptocurrency fun, because you can play in, you can play out, but again, this is a lottery bet for me. Now, Aerodrome Finance is the next coin. This is a coin I fucking love, okay? And you can put this in a pool that is guaranteed to make you money. So I'll give you some free sauce here, which we teach the guys in the private community. I can guarantee you money right now if you hold VRA with no risk, right? The only risk is if Aerodrome Finance doesn't do well. But, you know, if you're looking at Aerodrome Finance and you've already bought Aerodrome Finance, you know, there's no risk for you anyways because you already bought it. So I'll show you the pool here. This is free sauce for you. You can come on Aerodrome Finance. You can come to liquidity here. You can click this one here. And what this is going to do is this is going to print you free Aerodrome Finance, and it's going to print you free USDC every single day, and there's no range. A lot of these liquidity pools, you have to put a range, and you have to stay in range, but this is full range, okay? So how you do it is you type in Aero, and again, compare this to USDC. You can compare it to other coins, but USDC is what I would do. And it's this first one here. You'll be tempted by the second one, but this is not full range. And 41%. Okay, and you can compound this. This will print you free Aero and free USDC. Remember, you need a 50-50 split in this one. So you need to have some USDC, but this will guarantee make you money if Aero does well. And again, you're watching this video for a reason. You're probably already interested in Aero. So yeah, there is some free sauce for you. Share that with a friend. You know, like the video if you like free sauce. And there you go. So Aerodrome Finance is back below $1 billion in market cap. And what I will say on the GG indicator, it flipped at about the 70 cents. Now it's taking a big dip. We haven't got a confirmation of sell yet, so it still is in green on the weekly. My bear case is $3.50. My medium case is $5. $9 plus, healthy gains, 9x on this one. But remember, what I still like about Aerodrome Finance is I actually would like to raise this because this would still be under a $10 billion market cap for such a strong coin on the base network. And again, if you like free sauce, make sure you do this. If you want to do this, again, there's no risk here. The only risk you have is if Aero goes to fucking nothing or you get your fucking wallet hacked. But again, you know, you should hold your own keys in a safe way. You guys hopefully understand that. So hopefully you like free sauce. Cardano, 2 worlds. Charles Hoskinson. Hopefully I didn't butcher his second name. Why I say that is because he's one of probably the most developed or dedicated guy in the crypto space, meaning he has been posting YouTube videos, he's traveling the world, he's trying to share the word on ADA. And I really like ADA because Charles Hoskinson is already fucking rich. He could have rugged this project a long time ago. What I will say about ADA is they're not really developing as many projects as they were in 2021 bull run. But what I can say is the GG indicator called this perfectly at 40 cents. My bear case is $3, and that's just pretty much at the previous all-time high. Okay, just to get confirmation, it's kind of like XRP and Solana, etc. Once they get confirmation, which they already have now, the sky's the limit. $6 medium case. Remember, top 10 coins will get huge money inflow like the previous bull run, and then this money will start to rotate. My bull case below of top, $9, maybe. I don't think you're going to see an ADA of $10 as bull run. I would love for us just to get to 3 to 6, and then we'll kind of adjust this as we go forward. And yeah, that is my opinion on ADA. If you are an ADA holder, let me know in the comments below what your price targets are for ADA. Next one is a gaming token, Beam. This is a huge beating in the last 1 or 2 months. And again, gaming is just stupid undervalued, man. $800 million market cap. I compare this to meme coins, I say it all the time, but these guys have a fucking solid project and the market cap is just not showing it. But, I do believe gaming will have its run. 10 cents, bear case, once gaming picks back up, you're going to see market caps will move here first. Gaming is in full force by the 25 cents level. It's going crazy. Alex Becker, everybody's talking about it. All these Twitter pages. And 40 cents, if we get the 2021 bull run, like I expect, we'll be getting below of tops. And again, gaming, or should I say Beam, is the number one, or nearly the number one market cap coin in this sector. And this is a 25x. So again, this is some beautiful gains if you get this top. Remember, this is the top. So take your profits out here, but in my opinion, good risk/reward. Beam isn't going anywhere. It's fucking solid, and that is just what I'll say. Honorable mentions. Ondo. What we can say about Ondo, don't hold this, by the way. BlackRock, backing, huge. $3 base case scenario, medium case 46, bull top $7 to $10 plus. Good risk/reward in this one. It could go way higher than my bull case, but again, I'm trying to do a realistic version, and it could only go there is because, obviously BlackRock are holding this one. Honorable mention, ICP. Don't actually hold this one. Was thinking about buying it, but bought some other coins. Huge community, even though the horrendous launch. Okay, when you put this all-time chart, it looks fucking disgusting. But if you start to zoom in, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, obviously got heavily manipulated with the FTX crash, etc. This could be the buy of a lifetime at $9. If we were to ever get to those previous all-time highs of 21 at the $400 crash. $50 bear case, $75 medium case, $100 plus bull run. And yeah, those are my realistic, in quotations, price targets. Now, how I want to sign this video off. You might like the price predictions, you might dislike them, you might disagree with them. Sure, drop your comments below. But what I will say is it's very difficult right now when you look at cryptocurrency, okay? And stuff's going up and stuff's going down and you want to make money tomorrow. But what I will promise you, man, is being in the last bull run and studying the 2017's bull run when I should have been investing. Remember, the best time to buy cryptocurrency was yesterday. The second best time to buy it was today. What I want you guys to do is take these price predictions with a grain of salt. It's always fun to do this. Hopefully you guys have some price predictions as well. We're going to disagree on a lot. We're going to agree with some. You're going to think I'm too bearish on some. You're going to think I'm way too bullish on some. That's absolutely fine. This is just my price prediction. But remember, we're all on our own journey in cryptocurrency, whether that is to get to the 4 figures, to the 5 figures, the 6 figures, to the 7 figures, the 7 figures for those big guys, the 8 figures. But if you're not investing in cryptocurrency today, what are you doing? Okay? You should have been investing 22, 23, the second best time is gain today. And cryptocurrency can change your life, man. I've seen it happen. It's made me a liquid millionaire in cryptocurrency. Yes, I could have put that in high risk savings or high low savings accounts, 4%. I could have bought real estate, but in my opinion, cryptocurrency is just heating up. There's going to be many more bull markets and bear markets, okay? That is guaranteed, but I think this bull run is going to be one of the biggest. BlackRock, Michael Saylor, Donald Trump, they're lining up for the stars. Is on the wall. It's just up to you if you want to take that risk/reward. If you want to change your life, you've got to start investing. You only live once in your lifetime. It sounds cliche to say this, but we're all going to die one day. So again, be that guy so your kids, probably your future kids if you play this bull run great, can say dad fucking made it, mum fucking made it. Or you can be the guy that sits at his job all day and say, oh, I wish dad took a shot on this meme coin. I wish dad took a shot on Bitcoin. I wish dad took a shot on Ethereum. That's just what I believe in. You can disagree with that, but we're all on the same team here. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.